Hello, Ridgeway Church. In November, the Pillar for Healthy Relationships will focus on conflict management skills. Conflict in relationships is normal, typical. People are different. We have different opinions and different ideas and different ways of going about things, and that creates tension and conflict. That's typical. The crime is not that we have conflict and differences. If there's anything that's difficult, is our inability to deal with that conflict. And there's so many bad ways of dealing with tension and conflict compared to healthy and good ways. The Bible says we are to fight the good fight, faith. Well, we're also to fight the good fight in relationships. For every good way of fighting fair, there's probably a dozen bad bonehead ways to fight that creates more problems. And sometimes people avoid conflict because they don't know how to handle it well. Let's go back to Fred and Wilma. They're talking about where to go on vacation. Hey, let's go to the mountains on vacation. And Wilma's like, no, we always go to the mountains. Let's go to the beach. The beach, you know how expensive the beach is? We can't go. Hey, why are you worrying about expenses? Look at the dress that you bought. Did you even consider how much, and the shoes that you've been buying lately, you're blowing our budget. Oh, I'm not blowing, you're just a tightwad. The only reason that you think I'm a tightwad is because your mother's so critical. Don't bring my mother into this. Your mother's already into this. In fact, you care more about her opinion than mine. I do not. Yes, you do. So if we look at this conversation was like 32 seconds and nothing gets resolved. They started out with a conversation about vacation. It's like a circle. If they actually finish that, the circle's closed. But what happened is they started to talk about that. They didn't finish it. And then it morphed into another circle. And now they're talking about money and they're fighting about money. That's not closed off. And now they're into a third circle about in-law intrusion into their marriage. So now they're talking on three different levels and they're hearing each other and it gets so convoluted and confused, they don't know what they're talking about. Have you ever had a conversation like that? That conflict sometimes is so many multi-layered that it's not focused and it just creates more pain. And if you're like me and others, when that happens, we just want to not even deal with conflict because whenever we try to deal with it, it only gets worse. So what are healthy ways to manage and deal with conflict in our relationships? We all have that. We want to learn how to grow in conflict management skills. So this will be our November focus. I hope you'll consider joining us.